Hey guys, Natalie Newhart here with Fit Addicted Nutrition. And today what we're going to be talking about is a 10-second tool that you can use to literally accelerate your weight loss journey, to lose weight faster, to increase your ability to burn fat. Now, right off the bat, I'm sure this title sounds like some sort of gimmick or scammy type of thing, but this has actually been all of this has been proven by science. And more science is coming out to date, just stating how important this is, how crucial this tool really is on so many different levels. But, in this channel, we talk about building lean bodies and specifically targeted towards women. And I don't think there could be a better tool than the one that we're about to talk about today. So remember that, if you guys have seen my other videos, you know that a body that is stressed is a body that does not burn fat. Okay, that is the way I like to think of it. That you want to think of the body as a big stress barometer. Okay, and a woman's body is a way more sensitive barometer because of our ability to have babies. Our bodies are not a little bit, but a lot more on guard to stress. And so when female bodies start to feel stressed, whether it be from emotional stress like anxiety, overwhelm, frustration, anger, or just physical stress like just working out too much, eating too little, not sleeping enough, or physiological stress, like maybe the body's sick or something like that. Anytime the body is stressed is going to impede on its ability to burn fat. Okay. And in particular, what we're going to be talking about today is mainly emotional stress, because most of us are living in a constant, perpetual state of anxiety, overwhelm, frustration, sadness, fear, guilt, shame, anger, rage, those kind of things. And most people don't put those two things together. So stress is emotional stress. And this is important because, like I said, most people are living in a constant state of anxiety or overwhelm or frustration, especially women, okay? Just because we tend to be the ones that are kind of just more go. Doing kind of managing all the things, cleaning the house, cooking, taking care of chores, running the kids around, etc. And then to put on top of that, like a woman that loves fitness is just that much more stress, okay? And so what happens when the body feels stressed, whether it be from emotional stress or physical stress, adrenaline starts to surge, right? So our adrenals start pumping out a lot of adrenaline and noradrenaline. When you pump out a lot of adrenaline, you're going to increase the amount of insulin. Insulin is released to lower the blood sugar in the blood, okay? Because when adrenaline is released, it's releasing a lot of sugar into the bloodstream. And then so there's a lot of insulin being released to lower that blood sugar, which you basically become, this is why it is, you can become diabetic just from stress. So you can become diabetic from eating too much and become diabetic from stressing too much, like being just in a constant state of anxiety. And this is what I ran into. And so what happens, or just from working out too much, okay? And so your adrenaline is pumping, insulin is released. When insulin is released, you are in a fat storing state. You are no longer in a fat burning state. And when you are stressed, you also get increased cravings. You start to crave things like salty, sweet, carby type foods. You start to do a lot more mindless eating, emotional eating. Your hunger goes up. Your hunger is skewed. You'll be eating even when you're not hungry. You're going to wonder why you're eating, even though you're not hungry. And your motivation to move is going to drop down a lot too. So you're just not going to have as much energy to want to get out and do things. And so all this stuff leads to you putting on more fat. Regardless if you're eating well or working out, that is the thing. Just because you're eating well and you're working out does not mean that you're going to be burning fat. Working out is not fat burning, okay? The body must be in a non-stress state in order for the body to burn the fat. And like I said, women, and particularly aging women over 30, really need to pay attention to this because our bodies start to lose our stress resilience as we age. And so these little things start to matter a lot. And so this is why so many people can be working out a ton and eating really well, but still not be losing any weight. And a lot of times you could be doing the same thing that as you used to be doing that used to work for you, but now you're actually gaining weight. You're actually gaining belly fat, eating the same thing and working out the same way, if not harder, and you're gaining weight, okay? This is what happens as we age. And so how do we take stress off the system? That's the key, right? And so the tool that my clients and I use is a 4-sided breath. And what I'm gonna take you through this, but what you're gonna see this as is you're gonna think of it as meditation. I don't think of it as meditation. Most people think of meditation like as the purpose of it being to just quiet your mind or calm your mind or still your mind. To me, the 4-sided breath, or if you want to call it meditation, what I use this for is to train ourselves to shift out of these states of anxiety, overwhelm, frustration, etc., and into states of joy, love, happiness, calmness, so that we can start to build a body that we deserve to show off, the body that reflects all our hard work in the gym and the kitchen. Okay, but again, your body will not reflect this if you are living in a perpetual state of stress, of anxiety, overwhelm. Okay, and so what we're doing is the thing is, what's happened here that few people really understand is that our brains have actually been trained and conditioned to respond a certain way. And to react a certain way that produces a certain way of thinking, that produces this chemical reaction of stress in the body. Okay, and so what has happened is basically we've been taught to react to see food from a place of fear, to fear food that's going to make us fat, to feel like we have to go work out and we get guilty if we eat food or if we don't get our workout in, or we respond with anxiety or overwhelm by looking at our to-do list that seems never ending, or we just wake up and we start rushing, right? Like these things become patterns. They've been trained in us, they're conditioned in us. And so what happens is, as we've felt these sort of patterns, these emotions, our brain has gotten really, really good at keeping them in place and being the thing that we perpetually go to, okay? And that we perpetually feel, keeping us in a constant state of stress in a non-fat burning state. For, it's basically like training a muscle. Like that's what the brain has done. Like, so we've been taught, kind of by the way that you've grown up or the environment that you've been in, you've been taught some certain patterns. For me, it came from my mom. I started to pick up on her patterns of anxiety. She's very high anxious, woman. And I took that on, with the to-do list and so I have been, my go-to or my thing has been anxiety and overwhelm. I've been quick to react, or I used to be really quick to react. And every little thing used to set me off. Like if I didn't get my workout done on time, then I would think it's the end of the world. If I didn't get my workout in, it was for sure the end of the world. If I didn't hit my macros, it was like, oh my God, so all these things felt like a life or death situation that I was choosing to create, that I was creating within myself. Because other people may not do a workout and they don't respond the same way. They're like, whatever. Like my boyfriend, he'd be like, whatever. And so we've been trained to feel these certain emotions, and these emotions are keeping us in a fat storing state. And so what meditation does is, meditation is a training, just like we're training in the gym. Meditation is, we are training the nervous system to calm down, to relax, and to start to train the mind and the nervous system to be in a state of joy, love, calmness, happiness, peace. And the more that we can train ourselves to be in that state, the more that'll become our default state, taking us out of this sort of fat storing state of that's driven by these emotions. Okay. And so basically this 4-sided breath, which I'm about to teach you, when you're going to want to use it is you want to use it anytime you feel uneasy, like just stressed out, overwhelmed, etc., angry, sad, anything like that. Anytime that you want to shift out of a kind of fear-based state, a stressful state. And also anytime that you're about to do something that you don't want to do, like you're about to say something you don't want to say, like you're about to quickly to react, or you're about to eat something you don't want to eat, or just do something you don't want to do, that is when you're going to want to pull this tool out, okay? And so you're just going to take a moment, take about, it's 10 seconds to do at least one breath, and stick with it. If it takes longer to shift out of that state, then do a few more breaths until you start to feel the nervous system, the body relax, okay? And so, just understand that, like, stress isn't necessarily all bad, but the thing is, most people are living in a constant state of stress. And the thing is that most people don't know how to shift out of that state. Nobody's taught you how to shift out of states of anxiety, overwhelm, frustration, and shift into a state of peace, love, and joy. Most people think that they are just, they're basically just enslaved by their emotions. So if they're anxious and overwhelmed, like, they have no choice, like, that's just the way they are. But the truth is, you can actually train yourself to get out of that state, and we do so with the four-sided breath. Where the problem happens is that, it's not that the stress itself is bad or feeling anxious is bad or anything like that. It's getting stuck in there, okay? So it's like if you were to hold out your arm for, 10, 30 seconds, that's no big deal. But if you were to hold your arm out for 5 hours, well, that all of a sudden, like, is the hardest thing, and most people probably couldn't even do that for 5 hours, So it's being in that constant state of stress, of resistance, that starts to create this damage on the body and takes you out of a fat burning state no matter how hard you try in the gym and the kitchen, okay? So how to use it? So basically all you want to do is you're going to sit down, close your eyes, sit up nice and tall but relaxed, hands uncrossed, and start to slow your breathing down. And then you're just going to inhale for 4 counts, pause and hold at the top, and then exhale for 4 counts, pause and hold at the bottom. So it'll go like this. You're going to go inhale fully and completely, pause and hold, exhale fully and completely, pause and hold. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause and hold. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause and hold. Okay, and you're going to breathe through the nose, and you're just going to do that until the body relaxes. Okay, nice, slow, long, deep breaths, and then pausing at the top and the bottom to help to really create that rhythm, that sort of that rhythm, that flow of like just kind of an easiness in the body. Okay, this literally turns the fight or flight response in your brain off and turns on all the love-based states, the kind of relaxed untense type states. Okay, and they've shown in studies actually recently, is they took a group of kids who lived in a constant, like, stressed out neighborhood, like a dangerous neighborhood, and they took a group of kids that lived in, like, suburbia, like a safe neighborhood, and they compared their two brains, and their brains actually looked like completely different species, is what the scientists said. So this literally trains the physiology of your brain, being stressed out, and then using the four-sided breath to, like, retrain the brain to live in a constant state of peace, love, joy, so that we can, and what we're concerned with is, so that we can start to create a body that is healthy, that feels light, lean, strong, full of vitality, etc. Okay. And so again, this is a training. Okay. We're training the nervous system to be in a fat burning state. And it's literally like, you can do this several times a day. You can do it every hour on the hour, or, at least do it once a day. And then I recommend doing it 20 minutes a day as like an actual inner training meditation. So that's a huge tool that we use in my FitChic Academy. It works unbelievably well. I've had clients that actually were not losing weight at all. All of a sudden we put this on board and they start losing weight, like, steadily, week after week after that. So I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen it personally. And it's been, it's getting, researched and proven in science every single day. So you'd be stupid not to start implementing this. If you guys want some help, if you guys are like just not getting it, if you're not making any progress on your own, chances are you just need some accountability and obviously the right strategy. So in my company, Fit Addicted Nutrition, I have a one-on-one program called the FitChic Academy that helps women lose weight lose fat, build muscle in a way that is not obsessive, that doesn't feel like a diet. And it's a very female specific approach because women are different. So if this is something that this is really important to you, then comment down below, reach out to me, and let's see if you'd be a good fit for my FitChic Academy. I'm always looking for the right applicants. And I don't take on that many people at a time, so I'll just send you to fill out the application. We'll go from there. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.